If you run a company or manage a team, hiring qualified people quickly can make or break your business. Imagine a position of need going unfilled for weeks or even months because you just can't seem to find the right candidate. When it comes to hiring, Indeed is all you need. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed sponsored jobs help you stand out and hire fast. With sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. This makes a huge difference. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, there's no monthly subscriptions, no long-term contracts. You only pay for results on your job post. Just in the last minute that I've been talking to you, 23 hires were made on Indeed, according to Indeed data worldwide. Now that is fast. There's no need to wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. Listeners will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/BWN. Go to Indeed.com/BWN right now to support this podcast. Indeed.com/BWN. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you feeling stuck in your career or lacking employment at the moment? Experiencing symptoms of job dissatisfaction? You might be suffering from a common condition known as career stagnation. But don't worry, there's a solution. Monster.com. Monster.com offers a comprehensive suite of career-boosting tools designed just for you. Our free resume review and AI interview prep tool will help you stand out from the crowd. Need more guidance? Dive into our career advice articles for expert tips and insights. And don't forget to check out our salary tools to ensure you're getting paid what you're worth. Side effects may include a new job, increased confidence, and a brighter future. Consult Monster.com today and take the first step towards your new career. Ready for your next job opportunity? Visit Monster.com now.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee podcast. This is our podcast.
No cold open?
No cold open this time.
Well, you interrupted him, so this is now the cold open because he has to do it again.
Gorilla cold open.
I'm fine. I'm fine with it.
The people demand a cold
find out.
open. I was honestly expecting like 5 minutes of Arthur talking about the cinematic,
The MCU,
The
of
Minion
course.
Cinematic Universe?
yeah, the
I mean,
lore that he's just gotten into.
I feel like we have to save that for later in the show.
You're just
Right.
gonna drop it in the
He's
middle.
got 30
somewhere.
minutes with it.
Earn their Minions content. You can't lead with
It's gonna
it.
be Lance Stroll when we least expect it. Here comes the minions.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of May 11th, 2025. We have a packed show and a packed house. Looks like the Hollywood Squares up on the screen right now.
Yeah, we're only 2 podcast members away from a full Hollywood Square.
I know. I'm all alone on the bottom here.
Shout out to Kevin, who is our Whoopi Goldberg, apparently.
I'm Usher, who thinks he's in the
I
middle, but
will
he's looking everywhere
do my
else.
best.
He's in the
Circle
corner.
gets the square and it's Kevin.
I feel like we need to just find a way to add to more, not necessarily people, but just like graphic. Is there a way I can just add like a picture?
I don't
We
know.
have 2 NPCs joining the
Add
podcast.
Ducky, can you hop on urgent?
You don't have to do anything, but you do have to be here.
What is
Nope.
what's his
Nope.
name? The guy on the Pat McAfee show that just like sits there and just stares forward.
AJ Hawk.
The dude that has the Easter
Yes.
Island head. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
Thwomp,
AJ
yes.
Hawk. We need 2 AJ Hawks.
As always, I am Jordan. With me tonight, I have Commish, Pitt Girl, Canadian Joey, Spreadsheet Master Kevin, and Big Sky Brigit. Brigit, how are you?
I'm good. Again, I'm down here alone, and I would like some people on the side with me.
Joey, how are you?
Figuring out how mirrors work, apparently.
Go on.
I'm doing good. My work is in such a way right now where I've got like 2 shifts all week this week, and then 6 next week. So I'm being rotated right now. I'm being
It's
rotated
very
like
sorry. It sounds like I'm laughing at Joey. I'm wondering what Jordan is doing and why. Also,
I'm being rotated like I'm Usher in the Cube.
What I'm
That's
hearing
me.
here
I'm the one
plenty of
moving
time
people
is a
around.
mistake.
Okay. I just saw Jordan making faces and I was like, it's got to be him, that motherfucker.
I genuinely got distracted with that non-anecdote, and I just kept talking because I was like, well, surely what's happening here is normal and no one else is seeing it.
Right. I'm like, is it just me? Like, what's going on?
Oh no, we all saw.
Also,
for
listeners,
context
Joey is
reader.
recording by candlelight.
Yeah, so I'm using a different setup, and I didn't expect this to be. I look like Todd in the Shadows right now.
You look like you're talking to the national news, but you have to protect your identity.
Throw a voice filter on you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kevin, how are you, sir?
I can see what I can do there.
We gotta hide the Canadian on the show.
We do.
We're getting around the tariffs, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin, how are you?
I'm excellent. I don't have any kind of anecdote prepared. Oh, wow, I clearly can't talk tonight. How about that for an anecdote?
There we go. Pitt Girl, how are you?
Is no one going to ask me about my sunglasses?
No, you wear those every episode.
Do I?
Why do you have sunglasses that say YI on one side and NZ on the other?
Jordan, I need you to pronounce this as if it were a word.
Yes, I love New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, okay, all questions asked and answered. I do want to state for the record that these sunglasses, A, are not prescription, so I can't see shit, and B, are aggressively uncomfortable, but I am wearing them for the bit for you.
You look like the opening act for a tiny indie wrestling show in Connellsville, Pennsylvania.
I mean, these are the Pirates WWE night
Okay.
free giveaway sunglasses, so
Beautiful.
yes.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I thought you
Yes.
had written yins on them yourself.
Yeah, same.
Oh, no. I was in Pittsburgh to see this. I got to watch the Pirates lose last night and get aggressively uncomfortable sunglasses.
Well, you said they're not prescription, so you didn't see them lose, technically.
I did not wear these for the entire game.
Was it a night game?
It was not. It was a 4:05 game.
Oh, okay. That would be good if sunglasses were given away for a night game.
Corey Hart moment.
Yeah, exactly.
On the bright side, they're big enough you could probably wear them over your regular glasses if you needed to.
I tried that. It did not work.
I thought you were wearing them over your glasses.
I once watched an entire Bristol night race in sunglasses because I left like my regular glasses in my car when I went, because you go into the track, it's daytime and you're like, oh yeah,
the lights at Bristol are also aggressively bright, having been there.
Oh yeah, no, any like NASCAR track that does night racing, the track itself is very well lit up. It wasn't an issue until I had to find my way back to my car, and then it's like, okay, I probably don't want to be wearing sunglasses in the Bristol parking lots at night.
Probably not.
No, probably not.
Pitt Girl, did you get the bobblehead that you had the opportunity to get the bobblehead that said Yeet on it?
I did not get the Yeet
pirate
bobblehead.
parrot,
No.
the
I
Yeet
did
bobblehead?
get to observe the pirate parrot wearing a shirt that said Yeet on
Okay.
it for reasons that I don't fully understand because I don't watch WWE.
It's all you Gen Z kids that love the word yeet.
No, it's not. It was
really
the
not.
young millennials.
It is.
Yeah. I don't know. I do think it's funny that that's what's really taken off for Jey Uso is just yeet. Like people are like, oh yeah, we like that.
Correctly.
No,
He's
it's
just
like
saying it.
I don't really understand it myself as someone who's on that millennial Gen Z cusp, but people seem to like it when he wrestles. I like it when he wrestles more than I'm just really into yeet. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's like, I feel like if you're WWE, they're always looking for branding opportunities. You know what I mean? Like just opportunities to do a tie-in. So yeah, sure. Go for it.
Yeah. I would like to state for the record before we get off this topic also that I saw the pierogi race as you do at a Pirates game, and one of the pierogis was missing his hat, and so he was like entirely nude, and that was extremely concerning to me. Both nude and bald. running pierogi.
Naked as the day God made him.
Yeah, that's not what we want.
Mm-mm.
Commish, how are you, sir?
Good. Had a fun weekend, whatever. Everything happened on my birthday. It was awesome. Also,
It's Commish Day.
it was
Happy
Commish Day. May
Day.
8th was a wild day. We'll get to it more because it's a lot of stuff that happened. And it's on the podcast. Also, second game in the row, back-to-back wins for the Coyotes. A 1-0 thriller. Where
A defensive masterclass.
again, a defensive masterclass. We were parking that bus, baby. We were parking that school bus with the 8-year-old kids. Because it was, look, man, it was.
Let's just pause for a sec.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I appreciate that. These kids wanted this win so bad because we were up 1-0. And then the fourth quarter, I mean, these kids were like throwing their body in front of all these shots. It was just like they wanted this victory. And I was afraid I lost the locker room. It wasn't a great practice on Wednesday. And when it came to game time, they were ready to go. And so coaches is motivating the kiddos. They want to win.
May I just real quick? Because I didn't know this about your kid's soccer league, but I'm imagining the person who sees, because in our show notes it probably says Eurovision preview. Hearing the European mind click on a show and hear about soccer being divided into 4 quarters.
Yeah, that really got a mess.
The European mind is not capable of understanding.
The European mind cannot comprehend 4 10-minute quarters of youth soccer.
Pitt Girl, you look like a Pittsburgh Daft Punk. I finally decided what you look like.
Pittsburgh Daft Punk.
I mean, yeah, between the sunglasses and the headphones, yeah, that's honestly, I'm into this.
Okay.
It's a vibe.
Well,
We've officially decided that Pittsburgh Daft Punk has one braid down one side.
Well,
Started
folks,
French.
I mean, they got a new song. It's just called "Around the Berg."
but I
It's
need
now
a rim shot on here.
Oneata Riviera.
Well, we have some breaking news from earlier this week that we broke to Sports Twitter and Sports Blue Sky.
We did it.
Pope.
On May 8th, Commish's birthday.
Pope.
He got a new pope.
Everybody.
Pope, 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 everybody.
I want to give credit to Cajun Killer in our Discord. Just yelled like in our Discord, in our Sickos Committee channel, just went, "Is that white smoke?" And then so that triggered me to look, and then I was like, "Do we got a new pope?" And then
I read that tweet in Jim Ross's voice, which I enjoyed.
We also had an entire channel just for watching the conclave and waiting for the white smoke and then getting our jokes off about the Pope. Join the Discord.
Yeah.
I got to break the news at actual job by saying new Pope just dropped. And then we had to wait for the new Pope to actually drop.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
I feel like the Cardinals should have entrance music. Like, you know how
They do, it's chanting.
Well, but okay, you know how at the Royal Rumble or like an event like that where there's like a surprise and somebody comes out, like it's always the music drop that hits first and like people go wild. Like I want each Cardinal for whenever the next conclave is, which probably won't be for a while, but I want all the Cardinals to have their own like walkout music. And so when the announcement when the announcement happens, you hear the music drop and then everyone knows immediately like, oh, that's who they picked. And I feel like it'd be really
Fat
exciting.
Bottom Girls hits and you know it's Pope whoever.
Yeah.
I'm John Cena. Da 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 da. But for the Pope.
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
It's Peter Cetera. It'd be era and region appropriate.
Okay, Peter Cetera.
Imagine like a Cardinal coming out to Hell's Bells.
He is the Pope that will fight for your army.
But it's the Christian Camp remake, so it's
No, it's still Hell's Bells. He wants you to understand. Well, Because there's no real good song about purgatory, so it's got to be Hell's Bells.
I mean, I'm assuming that this Pope would have been walking out to Sirius. Like, you would have just had that drop.
That's why the internet
wow.
was there for us this week.
Pope Leo the 14th was crowned, and he is a Chicago Pope. We have an American. Now, see, the internet got real weird about this, claiming we'd already had an American Pope because it's only us North Americans and Europeans that call the Americas two separate continents.
Okay, who's the other?
For the rest of the world, America is both continents.
Okay, but like Pope Francis is not from Chicago.
Yeah, there's a huge difference between Argentina and Chicago.
We can all settle on not American Pope, but Chicago Pope.
Yes.
Pope Francis was not at the 2005 World Series. We have video evidence of Pope Leo at the 05 World Series.
We do.
That is very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Chicago Pope sounds like a Dick Wolf show.
It is.
There was a whole series of Chicago Hope was a show.
It was, yeah. And Arthur, as soon as this happened, Chicago Pope, and I'm like, okay, totally. You wanted to know if Pope Cop is real. It is real, and it's on the mean streets of Chicago.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Pope Cop is real.
And you could do a crossover with Chicago PD and Chicago Fire and all the other Chicago shows.
I don't like that the Chicago Cinematic Universe is a thing that exists.
There it is.
Especially because I'm stopping myself, putting myself in timeout. I was about to go on a rant on about daytime TV.
No, don't do that.
I mean, that's prime. Like that stuff's in prime time. They got a whole night. It's Chicago night on NBC.
It's okay, Joey. The way you feel about the Chicago Cinematic Universe is probably the way I feel about the Yellowstone Cinematic Universe. So we can just shake hands on this one.
I feel like, nothing against Chicago. I feel like there would be like funnier cities to have like a whole like 3-hour block of procedurals.
Yeah, Shreveport.
Boise.
Toledo Confidential.
Toledo Fire. Toledo Cops.
I mean,
Altoona Cop.
There was a show in Toledo. Wasn't there a show in Toledo? It was a teacher show in Toledo. It was.
Don't remember this.
It had Glenn Howerton from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Bio? Was that AP Bio?
Yes, it was. AP Bio. It was in Toledo.
Wasn't Patton Oswalt on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, there is a Toledo cinematic universe, so to speak.
There's Tacoma one as well. The one that
Tacoma FD was
Tacoma FD was Cole McHale.
Broken Lizard, right?
Yeah, they were involved in that one.
Yep.
I don't know. Pittsburgh just has 2 medical dramas because in our healthcare system, even our dramas are duplicated.
Yes.
But I also I heard people talking about American Pope, and that reminded me of the movie American Ninja, like that franchise.
American Pope Warrior. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a movie franchise from like the 80s, like very low budget, but it's called American Ninja. And basically the conceit is it's just like a ninja movie, but like the dude's an American.
Okay.
Hey, that's a canon group.
Like it's a canon group movie. Yes.
We got to watch more canon films, guys.
Yeah. He's a troop. That's the whole thing. He's a troop, but he's also a ninja, American Ninja.
So we have our American Pope. Chicago is out in full force. Malort is now sacramental wine.
I'm just glad
Chicago
that
hot dogs are now communion wafers.
No, the body of Christ is deep dish.
Oh, it's so
tavern
heavy.
style is acceptable.
I think he likes tavern style, from what I saw.
Yeah,
tavern style also very much acceptable. I'm a big fan of tavern style.
Tavern style, very good.
It does translate more to the wafer.
It is waferier.
It is. I just want to give a big shout out to my Irish Catholic grandmother. She's probably losing her mind in heaven because she's from Chicago and the South Side.
Obnoxiously, Pitt Dad is from the South Side and is not Catholic, but also tremendously
I could feel her
thrilled.
spirit buzzing when this was announced that he was a Chicago Pope from the South Side.
There was I love the entire ceremony, like the Swiss Guard outfits. That was great. The Vatican band, which I made a regretful tweet, which apparently people loved. And then I said, "Oh no, disaster! What a bad idea."
Can we talk about the Vatican band's Napoleon hats?
Okay.
I want to acknowledge the Napoleon hats because I think they're a vibe.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
They got good hats.
If you Google Vatican band, you get Vatican Metallic Hardcore Masters, not the Vatican band. Let's try Vatican City Band.
Vatican City Marching Band. It's a thing that exists.
Yeah, they wear the Swiss Guard outfits, but they have the Napoleonic helmets.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The Swiss Guard outfit, the parachute pants are one of my favorite parts of the whole thing, tucked into the boots. You don't really see a good pant tucked into a boot anymore.
Yeah, no, that's because that was popular when I was in college and all the sorority girls looked like Han Solo.
Mm-hmm. Same time as drop crotch pants came back. And not everybody looks good in drop crotch pants.
I'm gonna have to say it now since nobody wants to talk about it. That's fine. But I did say let the Vatican band play neck. And then one of our followers quoted us and said, "Ask and you shall receive." And I just replied underneath it. I was like, "Oh no, what have I done?"
You don't put these things out in the universe, man. You gotta learn these things.
Look, it was my birthday. I was excited.
You were just vibing.
I was like, birthday Pope. Birthday Pope. And it's like I was like, I got a new Pope on my birthday.
Do you know what song that temporarily, this was Joe Burrow, that the LSU band played instead of neck that still got the same reaction to get around the band?
What was it?
It was a song called Say Amen.
Oh man, it's all connected.
It was a Panic at the Disco song, but it had the same little run that let them go, "Ayo," etc., etc.
Yeah.
We did see a terrible towel being blessed or being taken over to being blessed.
Yeah.
Everywhere is Pittsburgh. Everywhere is Pittsburgh.
You heard it here first. A guy wearing a Miami Hurricanes hat in the crowd, which was great also.
Same guy with the terrible towel, because honestly that would track.
Yes. Not the same guy. We also had a nun with a Orlando Pride and WSL sticker on her phone filming the Pope,
that one
which was
so good.
My favorite.
It was so hard to see in the picture too, but like somebody zoomed in and they're like, "It's an Orlando Pride sticker," and it's like, you have really good eyes.
Oh, they were all over that.
I love the Hurricanes thing because as soon as I posted it, somebody was like, "Man, talk about a new meaning for Catholics versus convicts," and there was a lot of Pope jokes, and
Blue Sky was going off.
Blue Sky was a little bit upset at us, and called us heretics. So
no, they weren't. Most of Blue Sky was vibing with us and cracking jokes.
Okay. Well, I mean, some of our replies.
Was such a good day.
Pope Day was a really good posting.
Pope Day was great.
On Blue Sky, you guys.
It was awesome.
The Blue Sky annoying people I mostly saw were the Blue Sky atheists who were like, "Ugh, can't believe people are even giving this attention."
Talking about religion.
As an atheist on Blue Sky.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Blue Sky atheist, you don't have to hate fun.
Exactly.
You just vibe with this day.
You can enjoy the fun. This
Jokes
is culturally relevant, regardless of your belief in the man in the sky.
Are you telling me Pope Ball is on right now?
Having a Pope Ball?
Is there a Pope Ball game on right now?
Yes.
The best part of all of this,
oh my god,
was the news dumps we got.
Yeah, like Pope gets announced. We're like, all right. And then we're like, okay, we started talking about it. We're like, okay, is anybody going to try to do the Art Briles, like bombing, grambling, hiring Art Briles thing? I think it was
one in hockey.
Yeah. He's like, did you try to do something like that? And
the hockey one was bad though.
The hockey one was Art Briles tier.
Yes.
Let's talk about the baseball one.
Baseball one more fun.
The first one that happened was the baseball one. And again, birthday related for me. The Pirates fired their manager.
Commish, I got to watch the new manager get ejected.
Yes. All right, he
was real mad.
He's 2-1
for reasons.
Pittsburgh went down to their third string manager.
That's right.
Yes, yeah, because manager got fired, new manager got promoted, new manager got ejected in the like 5th or 6th inning yesterday.
Yeah.
I was there. I was not keeping track of what inning it was. And then they did also yesterday, they did a very classically Pirates thing where they were winning and then there was a wild pitch and then they went to extra innings and then they lost.
Sounds about right. That's true Pirates. But again, new manager bump for the Pirates.
Hey, yeah, they are 2-1 under the new manager.
Right. They've improved to 14-27.
Better than the Rockies.
Definitely, because the Rockies just fired their manager too.
The Rockies are plumbing new depths that are truly impressive.
The
I had
Rockies-
to ask Spilly how he was yesterday.
The Rockies are inventing losing too.
The Rockies lost to the Padres 21-0. Kept the manager.
They beat him today.
Won today.
They beat them today, because the
then
Padres
they fired the manager.
It's not just that they lost
21-0.
like 15-0 to Minnesota on Thursday. They lost 13-0 on Friday, and they lost 21-0 on Saturday.
Jacob Stallings got to pitch yesterday.
Is it bad to have a negative 128 run differential? I'm asking.
It's not good. It's not good.
I mean, on May 11th, yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
The White Sox are negative 37 on the season.
So we have 2 baseball games, or a series / that we need to pay attention to. The Pope's team, the White Sox, play the Rockies on July 4th.
God bless America.
God bless America and the Chicago Pope, the White Sox fan. Right now, the White Sox are 11-29. The Rockies are 7-33. This is on the 4th of July. Then the Pirates play the Rockies in a 3-game series on August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in Denver in Coors Field. So, just pencil those into the calendar because I already have them saved on mine, and I cannot wait for this to occur. Shout out to Sarah Kelly, who writes for the Denver Post, or who's the editor for the Denver Post. We may have to have you on the show before these games.
Sarah, come on the show.
Go on the show, Sarah.
So I do have a question because I don't follow baseball as much as I follow some other sports. What is firing the manager supposed to do for these teams? Because I've heard people talking about these teams and they don't say that oh, they're a manager away from being good. Oh, the manager's probably the one that's the problem there. They just need to fix that and they'll be good.
There's only so much you can do in baseball to basically try to get the players' attention. You could fire the coach, you could fire the hitting coach, you could fire the bullpen coach, you could fire the pitching coach, you could fire the bench coach.
I will say the Toronto media did. I'm pretty sure I heard exactly that when Charlie Montoyo got canned. Was, oh, we got great players, we're just a manager away, and then they got worse next year.
So they hired the wrong manager. So it's the GM. So there's only so many people you can fire in, and it's just okay, hey, the season's going bad. All hope is lost. Maybe we could catch fire with a random interim manager promotion. And it's happened in baseball before. It's happened in hockey.
We have some college football news to talk about.
Yeah, before we do that, I do want to take a moment also to acknowledge the volume and quantity of sell the team chants I heard yesterday. Because honestly, I think that might have been more effective than firing the manager.
Yeah, I mean, we need more people to subscribe to the Patreon so we can buy the Pirates.
That sounds like a bad investment.
Send this link to
the gang. The gang makes the Pirates the first collectively owned MLB team.
Right.
We'll be like the Packers,
like
but
the
for
Packers.
baseball.
Packers.
That's right.
Oh, let's do it.
We
For the
have college
workers.
football. We have college football news.
No, we don't.
We have some scheduling news.
No.
The Egg Bowl
What?
has been moved to Black Friday at 11 a.m. Central.
Yes, this was.
Can we
I
afford
hate
an
this
egg
so
bowl
much.
in the current inflationary environment?
This was a part of the Pope news dump too. So we're still in the Pope news dump. They're like, hey, Egg Bowl, not on Thanksgiving again. But now it's Black Friday.
But at 11
At
a.m.
11 a.m.
Doorbuster deal Black Friday.
Yeah, you got to get your
wanna
doorbusters out of the
egg
way
bowl?
and then come back and day drink.
That's right.
No. I am hearing like eggs Benedict and mimosas, but with like the shittiest possible champagne.
Andre.
Yeah, how else are you supposed to drink mimosas?
I mean, there's got to be some good biscuits there at least.
Go fight a grandma for the last TV at Circuit City. Go home, plug it in, and watch the Egg Bowl.
Circuit City hasn't existed for 20 years. I'm just saying.
I'm aware.
Not been that long.
Circuit City exists in our hearts.
It's like going to somehow like Sunday brunch at an Arby's or something like that.
Why do
I
I
was gonna
feel
say
like
Arby's.
Arby's brunch would hit though?
Honestly,
Arby's brunch would hit.
that's the thing. Like Arby's, it's like the butt of jokes. I assume because of Jon Stewart. Like I think he was like the first one to just over and over again joke about like eat Arby's. But
No, it was a thing in the 90s too.
okay, but
Oh,
yeah, their food is pretty good. Like especially when it's like food that you like. Because for the longest time, I didn't think Arby's was good, and then I realized like I just don't like roast beef. Like if I order like a chicken sandwich there, like it's good. So I don't know. I was trying to think of something. I went to Sunday. It was Saturday brunch actually at the Cheesecake Factory yesterday for ostensibly for Mother's Day. So
I have an idea.
Yeah.
It is Arby's brunch with a roast beef carving station.
I don't.
Honestly, I'm in.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they have roast beef carving stations at the regular times.
I'm just gonna-
Somebody
I
needs
know.
to fill the void left by the Pizza Hut buffet, and I nominate Arby's.
Also, like Arby's with eggs would slap.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Slap an egg on it. Roast beef sandwich with egg? Absolutely.
I would fuck up Arby's hypothetical breakfast.
Mhm.
It would be so good.
I mean, are we in agreement that people like Arby's here?
Yes.
Yeah. Arby's is
Obnoxiously, Pit Boyfriend likes Arby's, and he has notoriously pretentious taste.
I think that it is both true and on brand that everyone on this podcast is unanimous in. Arby's good, actually.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Those
perfect.
jalapeno popper bites,
Yeah,
pretty dang good.
With
They
the like
hit.
strawberry jelly
Yes,
or whatever
yes.
it is.
the
Good
Broncos,
shit.
It
the
hits.
Bronco stuff. That's what
Yeah.
it's called, Bronco Berry, I think.
I think so, something like that. Yeah, Bronco
Yeah.
something.
Brockleberry, let's ride.
Going back to the Egg Bowl for just a second, I did originally read this tweet as 11 a.m. on Thanksgiving, and I was thinking about rolling straight from the Macy's Day Parade into the Egg Bowl and just like
Oh,
all
no.
of the and just ruining your appetite
Yes.
for the rest of the day.
Can't
Oh
do
my
that.
God.
Can't do
I
that. You
want
gotta have
this.
some
I
separation.
need this.
From Santa to the interim coach riding out on an ATV.
Oh yeah, you cut straight from Santa to somebody getting fired on the field every year.
My eyes have just gone like entirely black. Like I'm in. I want that.
I know.
like
I
television.
read this. I read
like,
this
I
tweet,
like
and
the dog
I was
show,
briefly like,
but
"Why is
also-
everyone
Like-
upset about this? This is great." And then I
The Ma-
reread what day it was on.
The
and I
Macy's
hate
Day
it.
Parade is on what, NBC or CBS?
NBC.
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 All right, if it was CBS, then you could just cue the SEC music.
Oh, just
right
cut
after.
straight to the
But
music.
the SEC is not on CBS anymore. It's the Big Ten on CBS now.
Doesn't matter. They get the music on Thanksgiving.
What is the Big Ten version of the Egg Bowl that we can put on Thanksgiving?
Iowa, Nebraska.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
asked and answered.
Da, 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 da.
I would also accept the shelf game.
Oh yeah, land grant.
Michigan
Yeah.
State, Penn State. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to put forward Rutgers, Maryland, but that's fine.
No, we need something more.
I can't wait to get Rutgers, Maryland with the CBS music.
Oh my God, yes.
No, it's got to be the like automaton cover, like.
Let's get Beth back on. We'll have her do the automaton cover.
Live from Piscataway, New Jersey. Greg Schiano, Scarlet Knights.
This is why I love when that music hits on CBS Sports or whatever Mountain West game is
Yeah,
on at 10 p.m. on a Friday.
Air Force Hawaii.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da,
It's the
da, da,
Sun
da.
Bowl.
Live
that's
from
it.
Reno,
No.
Nevada.
The new Thanksgiving Sun Bowl, or Jesus, the new Thanksgiving Egg Bowl.
Sun Bowl.
Yes.
Thanksgiving Sun Bowl, yes. The new
The
Thanksgiving
sunny
Egg
side
Bowl
up Egg Bowl.
is got to be a Mountain West game.
Thanksgiving Hawaii test.
Thanksgiving Hawaii test? Question mark.
With
There's
night
no
ham.
way. There's no way.
Yes.
You can only make it with
wake
night
up
ham.
from
You can only
the
make it with
food
night ham.
nap. You wake up from the food nap and you watch Hawaii football.
Oh man,
That's
like
exactly how you do it.
Yeah.
when they would put the Saints and Falcons as the last NFL game that started at like 7 something, and I was like, I can't make this. Like but like you throw a Hawaii test, I was like, I would.
Well,
only
that's
survive
it. You
with
nap
night ham.
through that game and then you come
Yes.
back.
Then I come back.
Throw on Hawaii, Wyoming at 2 a.m. Eastern, and then by the time that game's through its 7 overtimes, you start the Black Friday games.
Perfect.
Well, speaking of another Black Friday game, Texas A&M has been moved to Black Friday in the primetime spot, 7:30 Eastern.
Oh.
This last year it was on a Saturday, which I felt was weird. It had been on Thanksgiving for a long ass time too. It bounces back and forth between these 2 days. I like this as a night game, but not if it bumps the Egg Bowl out of prime time.
Yeah, I need you to elaborate a little bit about this and the timing and the meaningfulness of the timing, because I'm a little bit too young to remember Texas A&M being a thing on a day.
Yeah, it was on Thanksgiving for a long time.
It used to be the Thanksgiving nightcap before, like the NFL didn't have a Thanksgiving game at all. Like
what about the Lions?
They didn't have a night game.
Yeah,
they would have. It was just a night game. It was just the two. It was the Lions and the Cowboys. That's all you got. Nighttime, there was nothing there, and so there was college football. It was the Egg Bowl and.
I associate the Egg Bowl with Thanksgiving.
Yes,
personally.
So
this
used to be both.
This feels weird, but you know what? Honestly, as the primetime game, I can see why they put it there. The 11 a.m. Egg Bowl thing is just.
I don't know.
I do not envy the people in Oxford and or Starkville. I don't know where the Egg Bowl this year. I'm sorry. Who are going to be tailgating at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, I feel like if there's one day to be up at 5 a.m. before something, like Black Friday is the day where people get up at 5 a.m. and go places.
That's true.
Honestly, if I'm not an Ole Miss or Mississippi State fan. I think I would rather have a game at 11 a.m. on Black Friday than a game on Thanksgiving, just because, like, if you're actually, obviously, like, it can be nice to have the game on TV while you're at your own Thanksgiving, but I feel like if you are actually, like, planning on going to the game, having the game be on Thanksgiving could be pretty inconvenient because, you know, that really is going to affect your Thanksgiving plans, right? Whereas if like 11 a.m. on Black Friday, like you could probably still have your normal Thanksgiving. Maybe, you know, maybe there's a point where you got to be like, oh, I got to get up the next morning, so I'm not going to, you know, go super late, but I feel like it's a lot less disruptive. And I feel like Texas A&M, like, even though obviously that's a game that I haven't seen too many times just because they didn't play it for a long point once I was like finally an adult and watching college football. But I feel like that is like, yeah, like I have no issue with that game being a primetime game. Like that feels like it has earned its spot there.
So here's what they're going to have to squeeze in on Black Friday. The current games that are scheduled for that day are Egg Bowl, A&M Texas, Iowa, Nebraska, and Georgia versus Georgia Tech.
Oh no!
So we're gonna have to overlap some of these.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what I'm hearing here is that the 3:30 slot is probably going to be banger, and I'm into that
for sure.
Also, Territory Cup, less of a banger, but
oh no, that game is wild too.
Really?
Yes. The mascots, like went to.
It really was for Jordan here.
Yeah.
No, this is going to be a problem.
I'm a little bit into moving stuff to Black Friday to some degree, so that then it's not just like I am putting up my Christmas tree and watching the one game that's like listening to the one game that's on, and it's Wazoo getting their ass beat by Washington.
Yeah, but they play that in September now. unfortunately.
They do now, but like I'm specifically
let's not get
flashing
into
back
that.
to
yeah.
an instance where that occurred.
Which is when that game needs to happen, by the way. It's wrong that they play it in September.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I like this year, I will have on Black Friday, there will be Pitt versus Ohio State in men's basketball. And then the Saturday we'll have the
That's on Black Friday again.
yeah, they're playing that in Pittsburgh, and I forget who Pitt plays the last game of the year, but that's the next day. So like you can get kind of 2 days out of that, and they don't really overlap. I remember the Black Friday game I remember going to. I know you were there too, Pitt Girl, was the Miami game that one year where that was a noon Black Friday game, and yeah, I didn't tailgate that one because it was like, oh yeah, like I'm sluggish from the night before, and it takes me a while to get up, and I just kind of rolled up, and I was making like my own homemade turnover chain to make fun of Miami because that was their big thing that year. But it was fine. Like I didn't have a problem with it. There were a lot more Pitt has had a lot more inconveniently scheduled games.
Yeah. Honestly, Black Friday Miami game worked out very well for me. Pitt Dad and I woke up at like 4 a.m., drove to Pittsburgh, watched Pitt beat that ass somehow, and went home. Good day.
I looked up to see if there were any college football games left on Thanksgiving, and it appears there's one, Navy-Memphis.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Day game.
I'll take it.
That
What
sounds
conference
like
is that?
American. I got it.
American.
But
that is a conference
This
game.
feels like it would have been a bowl game 20 years ago. And not a great one. We also, part of the news dump for the Pope news dump was that the Panthers released Jadeveon Clowney.
Oh my God.
But we also have...
He's still in the league.
Not even, well,
yes.
On the periphery now.
I mean, he was.
He's a free agent.
We have two other bits of injury news. People who are retiring from football. Cam Rising has finally decided that he's done.
Cam Falling.
Yeah, he apparently was advised, got 3 medical opinions on his hand, and is no longer going to be playing football. Medical retirement. The other big one for Commish, something we were joking about.
Now this didn't happen on my birthday, but
No.
again, it birthday weekend, I could claim it.
Birthday month, brother.
I mean,
I don't know if we could have called him QB1 for the Saints. QB1 with an asterisk. Derek Carr is retiring. Now, Commish, who does that leave in the Saints' quarterback room?
The Saints is? The quarterback room, again, it's Tyler Shuck.
Shuck, yeah.
Tyler Shuck, Jake Hayner, and Spencer Rattler.
So,
friend of the show, Victoria, referred to this as an all-time remembering some guy's room, and I just can't see it any other way.
She's right.
Yes.
She is right.
So Tyler Shuck, and Jake Hayner, and probably soon Aaron Rodgers.
God,
I mean,
no. Don't you put that on
If
me.
there's any God out there,
no,
don't
do this to me.
now
I-
I'm
Nobody
trying to
deserves
save
that.
him from Pitt Girl and Arthur.
I'm gonna say this was a Pope blessing
okay,
because
why?
the previous Pope would use the
Hashtag
hashtag
Saints.
Saints. The
Yeah.
current Pope has family and lineage from the 7th ward of New Orleans. There's some Creole background of the current Pope. So there is an indirect Pope way that made it here. And Derek Carr retired. He had a degenerative condition. It's done. Now you only have 3 quarterbacks. The only thing is, like, the last thing that the Saints did quarterback-wise before the Derek Carr retirement and the NFL draft is that they cut Ben DiNucci.
Yes.
So maybe DiNucci is back.
Danucci is loose.
Danucci's selling hats now. I think he's happy selling hats.
He's the upside-down hat
Wait.
man.
There are Nooch hats?
The
No,
Nooch hats.
you know
It's
the upside down, like
the
the
upside
arch,
down hat.
It's like Dallas upside down in an arch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember because the Bills brought him in as a QB3 for a bit, and he that day started selling Buffalo hats in that style.
Yeah, it's the upside down hat. It's called True Brand, but brand is a V
because it's upside down.
Yep.
because it's upside
Yep.
down. Yes.
Yep.
So
I
that's
have Googled Ben DiNucci hat, and one of the top results is new with tags, True Brand with a V, JMU NCAA James Madison Dukes Ben DiNucci adjustable hat. It is $79.99 and out of stock.
Oh, they're expensive.
Ben
Yeah, I
DiNucci
was
sponsor us.
like, really? Like, I think you interacted with DiNucci when you mentioned the upside down hat. Like, he quote tweeted us.
He did.
Is it supposed to be like a horns down kind of thing? Like, is it
is
good
horns
to wear
down.
the hat, or is it bad? Like,
no. It's you're repping your city if you wear the hat like this.
Okay, but it's still
Okay,
upside
but
down.
like Ben, I need you to make a Pitt hat that's upside down because we are in fact in distress.
I got it. Okay, so there's the collegiate hat. So there's SMU. There is a Pitt hat.
There is a Pitt hat?
There is. Let's do it.
Oh.
It just says Panthers upside down. It's great.
I'll take it.
Hold on. Let me do the Pitt Royal off-white. I'll just link that to you so you can buy it.
Oh, yep.
That is,
I see it. Thank
that
you.
is distressing.
It is in distress. Let's see. We got. He's got UT. He's got El Paso. He's got UTSA. He's got.
They got everything now.
UT.
Does he have
Rio
Texas?
Grande?
Like
Okay.
Texas at Austin.
All Texas. Why does he have the TCU
Hands
like
down.
up, like the
Oh
right?
yeah, just
side?
Texas. The logos are the right side, but just the name on the front is the.
Oh God, I gotta get the Rice one where it just says owls upside down. It's like it looks like. Oh my God!
It looks like slow.
Yeah, it does look like slow. It's like or Saint Elmo. I don't know.
I will fully admit, maybe I'm washed, but I don't get this.
I don't get this at all either. It's fine. I'm totally washed.
Does anyone here understand this?
My understanding is that country boys like them a lot.
Do I actually understand this? No. Do I think it is funny as a bit? Yes.
Speaking of horns down, by the way,
Yes.
Denny Hamlin has had 2 straight mechanical DNFs since he did horns down at the Texas Motor Speedway driver intros last week.
Oh.
So we wish the Saints fun in their quarterback room. Someone said that this starts the March for Arch.
There's the Saints thing that they want to get Arch Manning if he declares next year, and I'm like, so you have Arch and Archie in the Saints lineage. I'm honestly thinking that, personally, I think the one that would like the perfect chaos QB for the Saints would be Garrett Nussmeier of LSU.
Yeah,
because there is a Nussmeier lineage there too, with the Saints. So that could be another option depending on whatever these 3 QBs do. Which I'm good with the 3. And then if you want to bring in, the practice squad, Ben DiNucci, go right ahead. And let's get a Saints hat upside down too. Why not, Ben? Hook us up. Who dat upside down?
Some college baseball news.
Oh.
Missouri, who was 0-24 in the SEC.
Yes.
Swept Texas A&M 3 games.
This weekend.
Woo!
Yeah, that's...
Got out the brooms, y'all.
That is just... Texas A&M was ranked in the preseason, y'all.
They were ranked number 1 in the preseason.
And then they have hit a couple of rungs on the way down. This was some pretty big rungs.
So I'm going to give a shout out to one of the guys that's good bull hunting, Robert Barons. He's a big, if I said his name wrong, I apologize, but he's an A&M alum, and he writes for Good Bull Hunting. Basically, this summarizes A&M's weekend against MIZZOU. Texas A&M got up 6-1 to MIZZOU early on Friday night, then proceeded to get outscored 22-2 the rest of the weekend en route to a sweep at the hands of a team who came in winless in SEC play. And he says, just an unbelievably awful performance from a team who still had a ton to play for. So, I mean, it's just something that you can't really imagine happening. Like, you can't imagine a school in a conference like the SEC going 0-24 in baseball. Like, baseball is one of the weird sports. Like, you're gonna luck into some wins. Like the Rockies did. Like, they won 7 of those 40 games that they played.
So few.
But still, you know, they won a few. You're gonna luck into an SEC win, but like MIZZOU came out of nowhere, huge comeback in the top of the 9th of the Friday game. They dropped like 6 runs to win it. They were down 6-3. Top of the 9th, they dropped 6, so they win 9-6. And then they just handle A&M on Saturday and Sunday. Like, it was just incredible. And congrats to MIZZOU. The relief on their faces, and their manager did the pump, like the fist pump, like vindication from like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know if you know that one, but it was just like an emphatic fist pump after they won their first game, and they jumped over the railing just to celebrate their first SEC win.
Yes, you absolutely should.
Yes. It was
celebrate
great.
everything, because again, you're MIZZOU baseball. You don't know when that's going to happen again. Now, something interesting happened in the SEC softball tournament.
Oh yeah,
because there was a lot of weather on Saturday when the game was going to be played. They just declared it Oklahoma and Texas A&M co-champions. We're not going to play the game. We're just going to declare them co-champions. Arthur?
So I do not have a problem with them not playing this game. I am not a meteorologist. I don't know what the weather forecast was. You know, I've heard about some shenanigans recently with, I guess, college baseball. I'm not sure if I've heard any with college softball, but I assume there's similar stuff going on. But I've heard of shenanigans with teams canceling games to try to, like, game the rating system that they use.
Hello, Washington.
But my problem here, come on, SEC, give us a coin flip.
Yeah.
The people demand a coin flip.
Yeah, how does the auto-bid situation work in this case?
You know what's funny? They just did the bracket, and guess who's number 1 and guess who's number 2?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Texas A&M and Oklahoma.
Maybe 15 of the 16 SEC teams made the tournament?
Yeah. The softball field is the top 8. The top 8, there were 7 out of 8 SEC teams, softball teams, that got top 8 seeds. The only one that did not was the 5th seed, Florida State Seminoles of the ACC.
I think the good way to say it, the good way to describe it is the SEC softball is like, imagine there was like a softball league that was as dominant as CUSA bowling.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Well, also because they grabbed Oklahoma and Texas now. Like, it went from them being like, they're the best league to like, they got everybody.
I looked away for a second and I got incredibly jump scared by that mic drop.
Shout out to Pitt Girl for dropping that mic. Mic drop.
That's what the SEC does in softball.
Can't hear you now.
Can't hear you now. It's not working.
Oh, I hit the actual mute button.
Oh my god.
Got it.
Apologies.
The physical mute button that on my old mic that was the same brand would just stop working sometimes, so you would hear me sneeze on the podcast. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, so
That's
this
why I
is what
switched
happens
mics.
when you balance your shit on the couch arm.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the softball tournament has 64 teams, just like the basketball tournament. Yikes. It's so many.
It's just like the College World Series, man.
Hey, St. Francis is in there.
Yeah. They won they won their conference in their last year as Division I. Cool.
There
Shout out
my heroes.
Shout out to Loretto, Pennsylvania again.
Watch them as they go.
That's right. Go Red Flash, go.
Let's do our ad read now.
No.
As always.
I'm just disagreeing with you.
No, we're not done talking.
No, let's talk about the butt fumble. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to break this up in even chunks.
No, I want to talk about the butt fumble.
Okay.
We have to give people another like 10 minutes after that mic drop. That's how this
that's
is.
it.
That's how this works.
Did you see the UFL butt fumble? No.
No, man.
Because nobody's watching it.
Like, can we talk about how I've said this before, the UFL has so little juice this year. It feels like no one is watching.
I genuinely forget it exists a lot.
Like
Mm-hmm.
You know it's bad if we're forgetting something exists.
It's just like we see a highlight and we're like, oh yeah, UFL's on.
That's it. Because
Yeah.
for everyone else, I guarantee you, every time we post that, people are like, oh, the UFL still exists. Huh. Weird.
Every time we post that, I respond that way.
No one remembers this exists. And we have beautiful things like this.
Apparently, 874,000 people watched a UFL game in week 6. Who is that? Where do you live?
When was
You need
when was
wellness
week
check?
6?
Last week,
Really?
Memphis Houston on ABC drew in just under 1 million viewers, according to the ratings.
Okay,
Those
that's
are
tiny
dads
for
napping
ABC.
and they didn't change the channel. Those people need a wellness check.
We have the San Antonio Brahmas, who are really down bad this year,
Very
against
bad.
the DC Defenders.
The DC Defenders?
Yes. This is reminding me that I should go and join the Cup Snake.
I was gonna go to this game, but it turned out my cousin Pam brought her son to this game. There was only like 8,000 people in the Alamo Dome for this one.
Oh, that's cavernously. That's cavernous.
That is sub CFL levels.
Jordan, I wanted to see the clip and then you
No,
stopped.
I'm gonna use the other angle that Commish sent me.
Yeah, I sent that one better. It's a better view, and then the Reddit link is not necessarily that one of a great for the video.
I think it's interesting with the because with spring football, right? There were 2 competing leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and people kind of say like, okay, once they get this sorted out and there's not competition, then like whoever wins is gonna be a thing. And I think they're probably gonna like it. I don't know, because there's definitely a market, right? I mean, we talk about these TV numbers. It's just not new anymore, so people aren't going to talk about it like it's new.
No.
So really the question is then, is that market enough to sustain it?
I don't think so. This feels like it's last season.
I'm looking at the crowd here, and genuinely, CFL USA vindicated.
I mean, this was a CFL USA stadium.
Yeah, exactly, and it filled it more than this.
Okay, let's see the butt fumble.
Hogan mismanages the snap and the pocket. It comes loose. Now Party has the challenge flag ready. It went off of his own player. A la Mark Sanchez. Sorry, Sanchez. It just happened. It just came out. I don't know what to tell
sorry,
you.
Mark
And then
Sanchez.
here we go. It's
I
a touchdown
apologize.
going
I
the
had to
other
mention your
way.
butt fumble again.
Let's get a replay of that.
He turns around to evade pressure.
Oh.
Like
Okay, there's the butt part.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, that I don't think that's as bad as the Mark Sanchez one.
No, it's not.
Not at all.
No.
Because he's still in the pocket.
Yeah.
This
lineman's
is a
getting
butt
pushed
involved fumble.
Yeah. Incidental butt
adjacent.
fumble.
His lineman really kind of throws the shoulder into him too there as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, again, it's accidental butt touching by the lineman.
I mean, whomst among us?
I mean, every now and then you're just walking and you accidentally touch somebody's butt and you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then it turns out to be a scoop and score for the other team. Who knows?
We've all been
But-
there.
It's happened.
San Antonio is down bad this year.
Well, I mean, San Antonio is one of the 3 UFL teams that has an interim coach because their head coach stepped aside for personal reasons.
Also, you know who that quarterback was, right?
Yes.
That was Kevin Hogan from
Yes,
Stanford.
of Stanford.
ACC excellence.
ACC excellence.
Cleveland Browns legend, Kevin
That's right.
Hogan.
I mean, sometimes you're just walking in the club and you're carrying a drink and all of a sudden there's a butt that knocks the drink out of your hand, It happens.
Now I'm going to do the ad read.
There you go.
Check out our
I'll allow
Beehive, which is our newsletter. We have lots of great stuff coming up.
Blog, posts,
Whatever you want to
thingy,
call
yeah.
it. Go to our Patreon and sign up for our Discord.
Yeah.
If you pay your $5 a month, get access to live chat during all sorts of fun stuff. During Pope Chat.
Pope Chat.
Pope Chat was banging.
Talk about that Pope, man. Pope Day was phenomenal.
Pope Day
Like,
was a banger posting day. you
I
guys.
mean,
I got nothing done. It was great.
it was just nothing but Pope posting, and I mean the Pirates manager getting fired. It was a joyous birthday for the Commish.
We have our merch store at sickliscommittee.org. Go buy some stuff for your mom. Tell your mom we say hi.
That's right. Mom.
You realize that was today, right?
Yeah. A late
It's
Mother's
fine.
Day.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
as you are listening to this, you are 2 days late.
So you better get advanced shipping.
Hopefully your
You
mom
gotta get
forgives
something
you.
real good for your mom to make up for this.
British Mother's Day is in March, so just give it to her early for next year.
Get your mom a fine, high quality Sasquatch State shirt, and let them know that you're going back to school.
My mom's out of town, so I still got some time till she gets back.
Does Sasquatch State have an online version? Can you get your online business degree at Sasquatch State?
I want to give a shout out to, I think it was Elisa, one of our followers. She's a Houston Cougs fan, and she wore her Sasquatch State shirt to a Houston Cougs outing, and she got a lot of Go Cougs chants at her. So they all Houston Cougs apparently know the reference very well now. So it feels like the unofficial of the Houston Cougs shirt is the Sasquatch State shirt.
Go to YouTube. We have videos in our shorts there. Go to Instagram. We post other stuff there too. Instagram follows are so weird. We get way more, like for some reason the algorithm really likes us over there. So we spread way beyond our normal crowd. Like
God, yeah.
Our normal size, like our size over there isn't huge, but Instagram spreads it to everyone for some reason.
We went up on the explore page with all the maps and graphics that we do. Like they for some other reason, and like people come and they don't understand what we are, and the comments are hilarious to me. It's just like, yeah, well, this is really important. I'm like, yeah, it is fucking important that we know who closest to a Waffle House. That's fucking important.
This is vital information for your everyday life, and one day you're gonna thank us.
That's
News
right.
can use.
We need to know who the fuck is closest to an Arby's now.
That's right.
That's the next one, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
That's right.
I feel like Instagram and also TikTok, like I don't use TikTok a ton, but I feel like those, because they're so algorithm drawn, like anytime I'll post something, the algorithm will then show it to other people. And just like my comments are all a wall of like, why am I seeing this? Why is this here? Like, I don't like, that's not my problem. Like, go complain
The
to
algorithm
the algorithm.
chose.
Yeah.
Commish, have you seen our YouTube numbers lately on the
No.
shorts? We're getting
haven't.
like 1,000 on each short now, which is
Line go up.
Well, I've been playing with when, we can get a little bit more, but I've been able to do the mobile like phrase of one of the things that'll get you to look at it. And so when I upload it on mobile, I can actually like pinpoint with the thing I want to see. So like you can see like our shorts. Like if you look at the shorts I have, like the words I have, it says it has Sacred Heart has diarrhea in quotes. Like that's the thing you see.
Mhm.
You're
Gotcha.
like, oh, I gotta see what happens there.
You gotta see the
like
poo.
apparently like Italian Truck USA was a big one there. Or like who just spent 24 hours in a Buc-ee's, stuff like that.
Okay.
I try to pinpoint stuff like, but you can only do it through mobile, which is weird as hell. Thank you, YouTube, for being strange.
Go to our Twitch page. Shout out to Message Board Geniuses podcast. They go to the places we refuse to go. And hey, you ever want some stuff for your mom? Go to Home Field Apparel. Get her some nice soft shirts there too. Use our offer code yes 3 ha's for 15% off your first order. So now we're going to talk about Minions 2: The Rise of Gru.
Hell yeah.
How much?
I mean, listen.
Banana.
Listen,
it's so funny. They
Speaking
said
of, it's a snack
banana.
break.
I had never seen any sort of like Minions or Despicable Me or anything like
You
that.
jumped into the 5th movie.
My God.
Well, you know what?
Okay.
I figured if Gru is rising, right, and then all of these other movies are from after he has risen, then
Well,
I can probably figure it out. I also
Arthur's
original
making
Minions.
his own machete order over here.
Yeah.
I also think there's not that much to the movies where I would be
What?
totally confused. I mean, so
I'm gonna just say this up front. This is my fault. Because on Saturday night, On Saturday night, I was like, okay. The previous podcast, I said I was like, "There's a Minions 2 Rise of Gru." I'm like, I haven't seen Minions 2, so we wanted family movie night, and so I have the near 8-year-old and the 2-year-old. Let's go with Minions 2 Rise of Gru. I did not make it that far in this movie because the 2-year-old went absolutely insane. The 2-year-old loves the original Minions. Did not like Rise of Gru whatsoever, so I only made it like 40 minutes into this movie.
Arthur,
Listener,
did you
I
watch
also
the
want
whole
you to
thing?
know that the only reason that Arthur said that he was going to finish watching this movie was to show that he had more stamina than a 2-year-old.
So
I do.
mean, you
I
got to
do.
prove my
admitted this.
2-year-old wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I made it through all 87 minutes of Minions: The Rise of Gru, and
Feel
I
good
gotta
about
say,
stuff?
the hardest thing to get through was just scrolling past like other stuff on Peacock to get to it, because my Peacock algorithm was pretty good. Like it was like, hey, do you want to watch Black Bag? And I'm like, oh, I felt bad scrolling past that to get to
we
Minions:
go
The Rise
straight
of
to
Gru.
like the categories of the movie, and we just click on kids and family. That's it, man. But you don't have to do that. You ain't got no kids, no family.
Nope.
You got family, but not kids' family.
I
you
mean,
know?
not
kids, no
family.
family?
I'm watching
That's
Minions:
right.
The Rise of Gru with.
That's nobody's watching. Like, hey, baby, you want to come over and watch the Rise of Gru?
Well, little Minions and chill.
I mean, okay.
Gru ain't the only thing that's rising.
Oh, hey.
Given that like
Banana.
Netflix and
Corvallis
chill
love here,
is
and
a
I gotta say
uni-
them words.
Stop.
a euphemism,
Banana.
I feel like this movie would be pretty good for like actual like Netflix and chill, where like the movie's not the because this is like you could have this on in the background and it'd be like, oh, that's cute,
tough to
and
hook
then
up
you
to a
ignore
I
it.
would
Minions
not
movie,
have this on in the background.
No.
Arthur. I'm just telling you.
All those weird fucking noises they make.
So this was something I like. Every time the minions
It gets
speak,
real quiet, and then all of a sudden,
every time
I
the
got a-
minions speak,
shit.
I
the
got a banana
subtitles,
for you, baby.
they just say speaking minionese.
Minionese.
I think I'm turning minionese. I think I'm turning minionese. I really think so.
I liked that they got Bad Gru Rising in there. That like it felt like a layup, but I'm glad that they hit that layup. You can't take that for granted.
A Bad Gru Rising. That's right.
On the
And
right.
honestly, like the music was pretty good. Like I like the soundtrack. I guess it's set in the 70s. They had like some 70s music.
It was 1976, so like the original Minions movie was 1968. After they did all the stuff to skip all the bad things, with the really bad stuff.
They became Pol Pot's friend.
Yeah, 1968. They wound up in New York City, but amazing how they wound up in New York City and skipped all the rest of the places.
So at the end, like when does Gru come in? Because he already has the minions.
Gru came in at the end of the original Minions movie.
Okay, was it like in the movie or like a post-credit scene? Like,
no, it was in the movie.
It was in
That's
the movie.
how and then the Minions saw Gru and they were like, banana. I mean, again.
Banana.
The original movie's plot was he was going to steal the moon. That's all I remember.
That was the first movie, yes.
I mean, you gotta get control of the moon so it doesn't fall. I've learned that from another movie.
He was gonna shrink it, but the only problem is he would shrink the moon, and then the moon would then later expand, and
it rolls around in your spaceship before it expands.
True.
But it's very dense.
But
that creates problems.
He missed his stepdaughter's ballet recital.
That's true.
To steal the moon.
Adopted.
Yes.
Adoptive daughter?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. You gotta have priorities, I guess. The one thing that really struck me watching this was there's a point where there's like they go to San Francisco, right?
Yes, of course. And you got to get the 70s car chase, right?
Right. There's a point where they're like chasing through San Francisco, and I was just really struck. Like, wow, this reminds me of the movie Jade. Which, full disclosure, I'd seen recently. If you don't know what the movie Jade is, it's an incredibly 90s movie because it stars David Caruso.
That's right.
You might not know who that is.
NYPD
if you've ever seen the gif of the guy taking off his sunglasses from, what is that, CSI Miami? Yeah. That's David Caruso. Like, he was a big TV star who
on
tried...
NYPD Blue. and he
left
tried to
NYPD Blue to try to be a movie star.
Mm-hmm.
Flamed out so badly at being a movie star, and Jade was one of his like terrible movies that he starred in.
I just
before
looked up
going
what
back
David
to
Caruso
television.
looks like now.
Okay, I don't know that I need that in my
Dude, look, I mean,
mind.
you can't go wrong with a movie that has David Caruso, Linda Fiorentino,
She
and
is
Chaz
Jade.
Palminteri.
Wow. We got some heavy hitters in this. I
It's-
gotta watch this movie.
I really can't recommend. Basically, it's an erotic
There's
thriller.
a
the
character
plot
actor
is
by the
that-
name of Buddy Joe Hooker.
Yeah, the plot of the movie is basically like Linda Fiorentino, like she drives guys so crazy that they have to kill for her or something. Like she is Jade.
Yeah, this
like,
is a
she's
perfect
like
get really drunk and watch a bad movie.
It's a very bad.
It's very bad.
Why? Where have all the erotic thrillers gone?
They stopped in the 90s.
Do we need more erotic thrillers?
They peaked in the 90s, Jordan. They're like, this is the peak of the form. We're not gonna get any better than this.
Erotic thriller 2025.
We had Baby Girl starring Nicole Kidman.
The erotic thrillers kind of went away, with silk stockings. That was it.
No, there was Species.
But that was still in the 90s.
Yep.
Man, I pulled up the Wikipedia list of erotic thriller films and skipped to 2010s, and man, I've not heard of any of these movies.
Yeah, they're all like
Hang
indie
on.
movies now.
I might have. I'm curious.
It says decline.
I put the link in the chat.
It says
50 Shades of Grey is not an erotic thriller.
No,
one of the most.
that is adapted fan fiction.
A Serbian film is not erotic or a thriller.
Mm.
Well, I guess it's kind of a thriller, but not in a good way.
Yeah, we definitely hit a wall in the 90s.
I'm just scrolling through this list, and apparently there was both Ice Cream and Ice Cream 2 that came out in 2014.
I saw that.
I was just gonna mention that.
I have an idea for an
Telugu
erotic
language
thriller,
horror films.
but I don't want to say it out loud.
Oh, TM. We gotta say that.
Commish, you can't say that and then not. Tell us
Now we have
what
to.
it is.
Arthur, just bleep it
But
out.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay, that's fine. When you write the script up, we'll read it. We'll do a live reading.
All right. I'm just gonna say 2 words, and you can see where I'm going with this erotic thriller. All right, you ready?
I'm here
for the
Go.
2 words.
She came in second runner-up, I believe, in the Miss Maine pageant.
That's right. She was second to Miss Banger.
I'm sorry?
Miss Bangor.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
Bangor.
Miss Bangor.
I hardly knew her.
That's right. Hardly know her.
Why'd you wait for the corrected pronunciation to say that?
Should have went it that way. I was trying to do that. I was trying to give that to you. With the bad pronunciation.
You threw a layup to Jordan and he missed it, and then picked it up off the backboard and put in a layup.
I said it the first time. That's the second time I said it, but it got caught in the crosstalk.
Oh my god.
We have a story about a raccoon with a meth pipe.
God forbid a girl have hobbies.
I would like to read this in its entirety.
Do it.
Go.
The video is amazing, by the way, too, if you haven't seen this.
Ohio police find raccoon holding meth pipe during traffic stop. When an officer took the pipe away, the raccoon pulled out another.
I mean, that's preparation.
Also,
Don't forget
Ohio,
when you stay
everybody. I give you Ohio.
Have you seen the video of this?
It's so good.
The picture was enough for me.
Oh, there's
I
the
didn't
video.
watch
So
the
good.
video.
There's
Hold
a
up.
video.
Let's watch
Like
the video.
it made my day. Like again, my birthday week has been it's been a lot of fun. Besides the general stuff that's going on
Here
in
we
the world.
go.
Enough fun and games.
It's so good. Just the picture of the raccoon with the meth pipe is so good.
Yeah, and I read this article in its entirety. And the raccoon is legal in Ohio. It is a legal pet in Ohio.
Do we have a map of legal raccoons?
There's got to be one, right?
Yeah, there's got to be
Raccoon
one.
smuggling operation as LLC.
States where pet raccoons are legal. I found one. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, we got to post that. No context.
I would like to say that
both.
I googled states where it is legal to, and it was the first autocomplete.
Oh, mine came up with monkey first.
Commish, I will post that right now.
Post it to both Twitter. Why not throw it on Instagram too?
That'll really confuse those guys.
Again,
I got capybara.
Just put like no context podcast chat. Listen to our podcast. You know, you'll find out like states where a pet raccoon. Okay, is there any state here that
can
really
we use the
throws you
one
off?
from Reddit that is inexplicably in Michigan colors?
Yeah, what is happening with Michigan here? Legal but impossible.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like the same with Missouri is the same way. Legal, but there's a catch. You got to catch a raccoon. Are pet raccoons legal in my state? Exotic pet wonderland. So let's hope this site is reputable. It has every state listed.
Okay, here's the problem. It's legally possible to keep a pet raccoon in Michigan, but you have to get it from a USDA breeder, and there are no USDA raccoon breeders in Michigan.
Oh, so they technically made it legal, but illegal with some wording. Okay.
And you can't run raccoons across state lines?
New business idea.
Okay.
Raccoon smuggling?
Smokey and the Bandit, but it's raccoons.
I was literally just about to start singing Eastbound and Down.
The smoking bandit is what this raccoon was doing.
We are going to become Missouri and Michigan's #1 raccoon dealers.
I like it.
Sickos Committee LLC for all your raccoon needs.
No, we start an SC Media shell company for all of our ventures.
I'm trying to figure out what conference has the most legal raccoons. Like, is it the Big Ten?
Big Ten.
At first glance,
it very much looks
looks
like
the
the Big
American.
Look, you could have a raccoon in Rutgers.
I was gonna say it's not the ACC.
Is that Jersey?
Rutgers?
It's hard to see if that's Jersey.
It is
Jersey.
Jersey.
It's
Yeah.
Jersey.
Do you not know what New Jersey looks like, Jordan?
that.
Well, the person who made this map doesn't know what New Jersey looks
Yeah,
like
that's
either.
New
but-
Jersey's fucked up.
All right, so we
I
got,
mean, yes, obviously.
so we got Ohio.
Pitt Girl, you
We
can
got-
get one in Pennsylvania.
Hey.
But there's a catch.
But there's
What's
a
the
catch. We don't
What's
know.
the catch in Pennsylvania?
Oh God, what did they do to New Jersey in this map? What did they do to Pennsylvania in
The
this map?
maps
Both
slightly
of these are
disagree.
deeply fucked up.
The maps slightly disagree about the Northeast. Like Delaware is yes on one and no on the other.
Knowing Pennsylvania, you probably have to get your raccoon through the state raccoon store.
And there's one, and it's an emporium.
You have to get it from a licensed breeder. You do not need a permit. However, you must ensure you get and keep a formal receipt of purchase for the entirety of your pet raccoon's life.
Mm.
But there are USDA. Hold up, let me find USDA raccoon breeders in Pennsylvania.
So if you live in Michigan, could you drive to Pennsylvania, adopt a raccoon, and then drive back?
I mean, you look around Michigan. You've got Ohio, Illinois, and Indiana. It's all legal.
It's true.
And Wisconsin.
Jordan, you posted the map on your wrong account.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you put
Post
it
on your personal one?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
let
don't
me
know if
switch
you
it.
did
Sorry.
on Twitter too.
No, I don't ever sign into my Twitter account anymore.
That'd be funny if you did it on Instagram.
Yeah, don't repost it. Just retweet your own account from the team account.
No.
I don't need more followers. Okay. I can't get it on Instagram because it's a WebP and I have to convert it. And it's going to take some time.
Okay, I got it. I'll do it.
Okay.
It's fine. I'll post.
We have more weird regional food talk.
Oh, we do.
We have cold cheese pizza.
Okay.
Oneata Pizza, if that's how that's pronounced.
SUNY Oneata, yes. And this is pizza where they cook the bread in the tomato sauce, but then put the cheese on at the end after it's cooked.
My understanding is that there is cooked cheese. They add more cold cheese after.
Yeah, so it's cold cheese on
Protect
top
the
of
roof
this.
of your mouth.
I have 2 pieces of order here, or points of order here. A, wood.
Yeah.
B, this is not exclusive to SUNY Oneata.
Okay.
Is this not also a thing at Beto's in Pittsburgh?
So somebody said that too.
And like, I've never been to Beto's, but like the thing I know about
Wait.
Beto's,
I am
is
so
that it's
I
the
am so
cold
okay.
cheese on the
God,
top.
you're killing me. Beto's?
How would you pronounce that?
Beto.
Beto.
No,
I would say Beto.
this is Pennsylvania.
No,
name.
this is like
This
it's a
is
Mexican
the
name.
north-south divide.
It's a Mexican name, so yeah.
No. It's Beto's. Beth will back me up on this.
This is like Beto. So I'm like, God, what the hell is this?
I read the name as Beto O'Rourke.
Correct.
Oh my God, no! It's Beto.
Beto.
So why? Why does this pizza exist? It's like this. Like,
why not?
I'm gonna say raw pepperoni on top. It's not raw because you can eat pepperoni, but
No,
they
it's
just
supposed to
dump
be just
full pepperoni
cheese.
on top.
It's supposed to be just cheese.
Well, I'm looking at Beto's.
Yeah, so I did look at Beto's, and there is a difference between the Oneata and the Pittsburgh versions. The Oneata version it's a cooked pizza with all the toppings cooked, and then they throw cold cheese on after. The Pittsburgh version is only the sauce and bread is cooked. All the toppings are cooked. Which I'm a little iffy about, but
yeah.
Again, I have not been to Beto's. I will commit to going soon and reporting back.
We need to
the next time I am in Greater Pittsburgh.
We all do owe a bit of a debt to Corn Correspondent. We all have to eat more weird foods.
I'll eat this. Like, this is no problem. Like, this, it's just like you just throw out extra cheese on top. It's just like, you know, you sprinkle the Parmesan on it, whatever.
Look, I'm a person who will eat shredded cheese directly out of the bag, out of my
not
refrigerator.
a person that would do that?
I'm not going to judge this.
Is there anybody on this podcast right now that will not eat shredded cheese out of a bag?
Jordan, this
Stop
can't be
lying
the
to
thing
us.
that you
Stop
draw a
lying
line
to
about.
Jesus, you wear
You
your
won't
glasses
do it out
in the
the bag?
shower.
Will you like pour it in your hand and then
I
shovel
don't ever.
it like that?
I never buy pre-shredded cheese.
You shred your own, okay?
You pretentious motherfucker! You Ivy League hipster!
No, I'm broken. I'm broken and extremely unpretentious, and I also shred my own cheese. But when I do occasionally buy shredded cheese just to eat by the handful.
Correct.
But like
Yeah, you
Jordan,
shred it
if
for
you shredded a
recipes, but
bunch
you
of
keep
cheese,
it.
would you just eat a handful of it?
Yes, I would.
Okay, so it's just the fact that it's
So have you shredded a bunch of cheese and then put it in a Ziploc bag because you ate too much cheese, and then return to the fridge at 3 a.m. to grab a handful of that cheese?
The
and
way
that
God
shredded cheese?
intended.
One more handful.
Have you done
of
that?
cheese.
I usually grab a cheese stick if I'm doing that.
Okay. You mean to tell me in your frat house? Your frat house days, this has never happened.
Dude, we did not have a communal fridge for a reason.
Okay.
Frat House Jordan was 100% eating olives directly out of the fridge.
Shredded cheese in the shower. Discuss.
He was eating Vienna sausages.
Too messy.
Straight out the can.
You know, I don't hate the idea of shower cheese.
You'd have to turn away from the shower to make it work. It could work. It's feasible.
I have a video of a friend of mine trying to
Brigit, this raises the question of if you face towards the shower or away from the shower when you are in the shower.
No, I mean like
you rotate as it goes.
Right. Like you turn your body in the shower. So like you turn around, like your back is getting wet. You're eating your cheese. You put your cheese down.
Okay.
You continue to wash yourself as you turn around. You go back for more cheese.
I have a video of my college friend, one of my college friends, being drunk and trying to eat nacho cheese out of a jar like Pooh Bear from a Honey Pop.
Like the big Rico's can? Like the stadium size
the
can?
little,
Okay.
No, the little Tostitos jar.
Number 10 can of cheese.
He gets his hand stuck in it like Pooh Bear does sometimes. And
Oh,
to shake it
bother.
up.
Oh, bother.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Joey, what is the Oilers lost the most sicko game in the most sickos fashion?
Okay, I'm just gonna do the play-by-play of the last 1.5 seconds. Vegas Golden Knights, it's tie game, so we're staring at overtime, but Vegas's Riley Smith has an opportunity to score with 1.5 seconds left. He goes to take a shot, and the Oilers goaltender, who has been very bad throughout the playoffs and throughout the season and the season before that, and he's somehow still their starting goaltender, Stuart Skinner actually makes a really smart and savvy play where he just gives up on any hope of like stopping a rebound because there's only 1 second left and just basically rushes him. It goes down to the butterfly. Riley Smith knows he can't get a shot off, so he tries to go around him. He puts it towards the net, but it's not going into the net. It's going to slide through. Leon Draisaitl, who is probably the second best player on the Oilers and maybe the third or fourth best player in the league, throws his stick out there to block what he thinks is going in, but is clearly going wide. And with 0.4 seconds on the clock, dumps it in his own net, which loses the game for the Oilers in the home crowd.
Oh, God.
And the referee, to make it worse for the Oilers, the referee originally calls no goal because it goes in off his stick and it hits the in-net camera and flies out. So to the ref standing at the side, it looks like it hit the post, which means there's a review, which takes some time. This game is in Edmonton, and it's a sold-out building, and you can hear a pin drop. And of course, I immediately take to the Discord and the Sickles on Ice Twitter and just put ha 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 ha, as you do. This is an all-timer. This is going to go in top 10 bloopers of all time for the rest of all of our lives. And the Oilers now, instead of being up 3-0 with a chance to sweep tomorrow night, yesterday, as you hear this, it is 2-1, and Vegas has all the momentum.
You know what I realized about this podcast? This is the most male heavy this podcast has been in like a long ass time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Only 2 women, which is way lower.
I mean, it's usually 2 women, but normally the ratio is better.
Yeah. I feel like we've had one in the past where it was all dudes.
It was bad.
People being out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's
how bad it was. I was on it.
The Oops All Dudes podcast.
It's bad when it's all dudes.
I remember the vibes
every podcast except this one.
The vibes were in such a way that halfway through the episode, I said, "I'm Beth now."
Was the one last week or the week before where it was all the emergency podcast guests?
It was last Sunday.
Was I the only girl on that one?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you were.
Okay.
Yeah, it was you, Joey, and Andrew, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Commish. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
our fourth string quarterback.
Thank you guys for that, because that was a bad night.
Yeah. Hats off to all of you. Also, that podcast was great. You guys were very funny.
I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
It was such a mess. It was just like, I have no idea what I'm doing here, and I enjoyed every moment of it. It was great. Thank y'all for listening.
There's some art to moving this along, isn't there?
There is. It's weird because, you know, normally I like to comment and make jokes, and then it's like, okay, I make a comment and a joke. I'm like, oh, now I got to move it forward here.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh shit,
yeah.
next topic.
Jordan knows this, and I know this, and now
I'm
have
still,
learned.
I'm still upset. Like Joey was talking about him getting like furniture from his from his dad or something, and I was like, that's crazy. And I was like, I have no idea how to move this forward. I was like, this is so like I
like you can see he's like looking at the show notes and like just like trying to move it along. Like that's crazy.
I'm like, that's crazy.
What's funny
I know it smelled like furniture in there.
What's funny is I was about to pivot to like something else I was going to say, and then Commish said that, and I was like, all right, I'm done.
What was the pop-up caption?
Clicked on the wrong thing.
Just there so briefly.
You're gonna comment to show it on screen.
I didn't mean to give him like the girlfriend that's talking too much segue.
That's crazy, man.
I was like, oh man, I'm sorry. You had a bad day, baby. I'm sorry.
That's fine. No one. That's fine. I didn't want to talk about how I went into the Mafia World Championship, and I don't get to explain what that is.
Yeah, Commish hit him with the "I ain't reading all that."
I mean, like it's weird when I have to pay attention the whole time. You know, like I just ordered my mom a hat from our store, sickoscommittee.org, for Mother's Day, and like I was able to do that because I knew you guys would hold down the fort.
I would like to say
true facts.
I would like to say that Jordan, just after being so self-righteous, being like, it's not so easy to run the show, is it? And then threw a very distracting pop-up on the screen for all of us.
Yeah, that was my fault.
I think we could have more stuff up on the screen right now.
Correct.
Okay, so for the last 30 minutes, we're turning this over to our Eurovision heads because I have not been following this year.
Give me
Let's
30
start
minutes,
with
goddamn.
let's start with what Eurovision is, and I'll take that to start with. You can fill in the blanks here. Eurovision is.
Hold on. I got a
Yeah?
comment. I got a comment. I got to interrupt real quick. BBUDBD. Somebody says to our no context map.
What are you doing?
Our no context map. Sorry, just got to interrupt. This is perfect. I have to say it out loud on the podcast. It says Ohio checking in. Roommate from college. His parents had a pet raccoon named Mr. Squeakers.
Oh, it's so good.
That's perfect.
Okay, continue with Eurovision. I'm sorry.
Okay. The Eurovision Song Contest has been going on since 1951. And it is a week-long event, 2 semifinals and a final. And the idea is that every country in Europe, and some not in Europe now, put up a 3-minute song and performance.
Mhm.
And everyone else votes on it. And the rule is you can't vote for your own country. So if you're in Germany, you can't vote for Germany. And the way the scoring is set up, it's normalized across all countries. So the most points your country can give another country is 12 points. Whatever comes in first place. And that can be if you're San Marino with only 33,000 people, or if you're Germany, which has a bunch more than that. And this is known for being a very campy thing. Someone referred to this as the Gay Olympics.
Yes.
And it is something that I came across in college. And I love bad Euro dance music, and a lot of this is bad Euro dance sometimes. This is where the 90s and 2000s have not left. I don't think the 90s got to Eastern Europe until 2005. And it sounds like they all share one synthesizer. The reason we love this so much is because it brings out the wackiness of each European country trying to do their own thing. Because some are very nationalistic. There was the Poland one where the Polish we are Poland. No, what was it called?
Slavic.
We are Slavic. There was also the Balkan girls like to party.
I love Belarus.
I love Belarus.
We like to party.
Mm-hmm.
We like to party.
The Balkan girls, they like to party like nobody, like nobody. That was the whole song.
And some try to bring very serious things. And the death of this contest every year is too many slow songs in a row. They've sort of fixed that, but holy shit. Sometimes you get into a ballad slump and it's just unwatchable for a while.
Shout out to Austria for being like, I think it was last year, or it would have been last year, where like very impressive singer, but also like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Give me the dance vibes, please.
Dance vibe, please.
So this happens every year in May. The country that wins it gets to host it the next year. So last year, Switzerland's Nemo won it. And now it is in Switzerland. You don't get to come back and defend your title usually. That's another thing.
No, you represent the country defends its title.
Yes.
The only person I know of who tried to was Lena of Germany. And the second song was better than the first and probably should have won, but that's neither here nor there.
I have a strong disagreement with that, but that is so niche that no one on this podcast and no one in our audience would actually have a.
That's fine. Let's take the next 30 minutes just to argue Satellite versus Taken by a Stranger. That's fine.
Jesus Christ.
Satellite's a better song. What are you talking about?
Satellite's a better song.
No,
100%
Taken by a Stranger is a better song.
No, absolutely
Also, like,
not, no.
don't undersell our audience.
That is true. Some people out there.
Yeah, my friend. So when I was first getting into Eurovision, one of the songs that they told me to put on my Eurovision Eurotrash Club Bangers playlist was Satellite.
Yeah,
Satellite's good.
It is an earworm.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing you have to know about this, listeners, is that Sweden runs the world in music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, we got ABBA out of all of this.
Yeah.
Waterloo was a Eurovision winner. That is the only song I can mention. Actually, there's another song that I can mention to you that you might know, and that was a song called Arcade, which was retitled to Loving You is a Losing Game.
No, there's also Gina G. Everybody knows. Ooh, just a little bit, ooh, a little bit more.
That came on at work. What the fuck was that?
Arthur, what are you doing, brother?
There's that one like hipster guitar song that was popular on TikTok for a while that didn't even win Eurovision, but was a Eurovision song.
That song came in 23rd.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it was not great.
And then like 3 months later, it just blew up.
Man, everybody knows that Sweden runs the world of music just because of the Swedish House Mafia. It's fine.
Yes,
everybody knows that.
The Swedish sound is a thing.
Also, Eurovision accidentally gave us Riverdance, so we do have that.
Yep, that was the interval act when during Ireland's imperial era. Ireland once won it 4 years in a row, or was it? No, it was 5 in 6 years, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So they have that, and then at one point they just ran out of money to start hosting Eurovision, so they started throwing it, so they didn't have to host anymore. And then all of Eastern Europe was like, "Wait, we can do that," and that's how we got modern Eurovision, where a lot of acts just throw it because they want to show up and they want to put on a good show, but they don't want to win.
Yeah, this is why I'm convinced that one year.
Wikipedia. Go ahead, Brigit.
No, I was going to say the one year that Robin Bengtsson should have won, that Portugal, I think, won instead.
Mm-hmm.
There's tinfoil hat. Huh?
I just hearing Portugal shouldn't have won that year. I went, wow.
They shouldn't have won that year. That song sucked.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Per Wikipedia. Go ahead.
No, there's just tinfoil hats that there's collusion about like who wants to actually host Eurovision. And so you'll get a lot of the country juries voting for like, oh, I know they want to host. I will vote for them. That's how I'm convinced Portugal won. You'll never dissuade me of this belief.
So Ireland shares a joint record total of 7 wins with Sweden, is the only country to have won 3 times consecutively, and has finished second 4 times. So
that's very good.
All right.
Now
that was basically the entire 90s. And then since then, Ireland has struggled to make it to the finals at all.
Ireland is Notre Dame.
last year's
was so good.
Mm-hmm. Last year's was their best performance literally since The Voice.
So Ireland is Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong.
I mean, they are the official college football team of Ireland. I got off the fucking plane and landed in Ireland, and it was like Northwestern Notre Dame. This game already happened, but you should come see it.
See it.
Okay, Joey.
Joey,
take us through some Eurovision preview.
What we got?
So I'm not gonna, because Brigit and I are going to be doing live reactions on Tuesday and Thursday for the semifinals. I think we can officially announce that, Brigit.
Yeah, if you don't want to listen to who is it, Johnny Weir, do commentary.
The pride of Slanko, Johnny Weir.
He does great. He actually he's gotten better in recent years. I feel like now that he's a little more comfortable.
He is from very, very close to where I am originally from. So
yeah, he's doing his best and he's getting better. I'd still prefer to listen to like Mel Gedreich, but that's fine.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, Gedreich.
That's Gedreich, yeah.
Okay.
But if you want to listen to us talk about it, I go in blind every year. I don't watch any of the country competitions. I just wait until the semis and I go on vibes.
Right. So I'm not going to do the full preview of like, these are the best entries to look and play a bit of it like I did last year, because we're going to save that for the Twitch streams for the semifinals, where we are going to react to the songs and also explain what is going on for any first-time viewers. You throw us on with your Peacock or your VPN's YouTube stream, because we get it on YouTube in Canada, and we will do the commentary for you.
You're also welcome to join us in the Discord. There's people who come in blind every year and who've never watched Eurovision, but they're like, I've heard about this. You're welcome to come and ask us questions there as well. And we'll also have a Sicko's Discord, our general Discord opinions about what we think the best songs are on the Beehive.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, and I was also considering just breaking down the top 10 here, not playing the songs, but just telling you what the top 10 is because I have the votes in front of me. So our Sickos Committee #1 song before the things come out, or before the semifinals, is Finland this year. And Finland at Eurovision, from what, if you know anything about Eurovision and you think of Finland, you think of heavy metal. You think of Lordi from 2006, the only time Finland's ever won. You think of Blind Channel from a couple years ago, who came in with the middle fingers up.
The Rasmus also.
But also,
The Rasmus also.
Also, Jortsky?
Jortsky was last year, was a bit of a curveball, and they've decided to somewhat continue on Jortsky lane.
Ooh.
Not quite. They have a singer named Erika Wickman, who has a song called Ich komme, which is German. The song translates to "I'm coming."
Got it. Oh, whoa. Okay.
That's what it means. There isn't subtext.
We're talking about an updated version.
And gentlemen.
No,
that
not phrasing.
I just died in your arms tonight. But okay. I just died in your arms tonight. The literal version of that.
Yep.
Okay.
It's true.
They have at the European Broadcasting Union made her tone down her stage show because in the Finnish qualifier, she exited the stage at the end of the performance riding a giant microphone to explain what's going on here. She is in the same semifinal as, what place did we put? Same semifinal as, I think, 11th place in the Sickos Committee poll, Australia, who is a man named Gojo, who has a song called Milkshake Man. Also, you can probably guess what that's about.
Does it bring all the boys to the yard?
Also, noted European country, Australia.
Australia, indeed.
Yeah, they got let in once as basically a bit, and they're just still here.
Yeah, they got let in once as a bit, and they got 5th, and they're like, shit.
That's why you don't feed the stray cat.
They've had some very good entries that should have done better, but it's okay.
They feel a little try-hard to me.
I mean, that kind of went away with Voyager and Montaigne. Voyager and Montaigne, two of my favorite artists, but they didn't bring a ton of effort.
Yep.
Montaigne got screwed because she couldn't go because that was that was 2021.
Yeah, but Don't Break Me, you're gonna look at me and say Don't Break Me was a winner?
No, not really.
Lithuania was second in our poll, which I think I asked people to judge on both goodness of song and sickoness of song.
Okay.
And Lithuania, I think, just rode the goodness. It's a very good old rock song.
Which is Lithuania? What's the name of the artist?
Catharsis. And the song is called Tavo Akis.
Okay,
I forget what that means.
I'm on the list, the Eurovision playlist. Catharsis?
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell that?
Katarsis.
It's song 31 on the list.
Song 31? Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to listen to these.
Tavo Akis. Tavo Akis?
That's right. Commish is out here listening to like the Weather Channel or Eurovision.
Dad, I'm listening to stuff while you got it going on here.
It's wild.
Local on the
I can't even. It translates to your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Your eyes, okay.
There is one more I want to bring up. This was 7th in our poll, 100% on sickoness. And this is the one I'm going to get us to play, and I'm not going to get us to play the version that's going to Eurovision because it got censored.
Oh,
yes, I know about this.
Hey.
Oh, your Eurovision censoring. I'm in.
So this is Malta.
Okay.
How do I present on here?
There's a button on the bottom.
You click the button that says present.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
It's a little square.
No, it's like it takes a second to show up. I will tell you. So that's when I was doing Carmen Sandiego.
It says share screen, and I'm just trying to make sure I share the right screen. Okay.
Yes. What else you got on your screen, Joey?
Shush.
I don't like Catharsis. It's meh.
Here we go. Okay, so this is the original version.
Okay.
The word you hear means singing in Maltese.
Aha.
All the time, yeah, I do it all the time. Serving cunt.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
costume change.
Okay.
That's K-A-N-T.
Like the philosopher.
And they should have let that go through. That is perfect.
We've got a new version of Eat Your Salad.
Yeah.
Hey.
This is what I want from Eurovision.
All right, I gotta plug that into Spotify.
Commish, remind me to post my Eurovision playlist so you can hear Eat Your Salad.
Oh,
Eat Your Salad was the first year we did Eurovision playlists on here. That was the song, if you remember, that has.
It's just called. Oh, it's just called Serving.
So that's the censored version.
Okay.
Yeah, the actual song is K-A-N-T.
I was looking for K-A-N-T, and all I saw was like Serving.
So the BBC complained.
The BBC complained.
Yes. So
Boo.
there
The
was
British folks.
apparently a version that the Maltese broadcaster was considering sending, which would instead say "Serving Kent," the region of England.
Hey, look what shirt I'm wearing.
Your Kent State shirt.
He's serving Kent.
Serving Kent.
Commish is serving Kent.
I'm serving Kent.
Episode title.
No, he probably had plenty more that Arthur already had.
So the new version is just serving and just quiet. So I assume the plan is let the crowd say it.
Hold on, let me see here. I'm listening to it right now. Yeah, she just goes like serving. That's it.
So,
yeah,
Jordan, can you real quick just explain what makes Sweden such a powerhouse in Eurovision? Because you know this more than I do.
I mean, more than me do. Swedish producers have basically taken over the top tier of Eurovision. If you want your song to pop, you hire Swedish producers, you hire Swedish songwriters to finalize the sound, basically, or to produce it. A lot of the songs that are even written by people in other countries and performed. Now, that's the other thing, listeners, is that you don't actually you have to have a vague connection to the country. Mm-hmm. You don't have to actually live there, which creates some like weird things. San Marino is only 33,000 people. They always bring in folks from outside,
including Flowrida before for them.
There's also a thing about Sweden too, is the streaming service that a lot of us use, including for the podcast, Spotify, is a Swedish-based like app. This is who created the music app, essentially. So that is definitely true. What is the San Marino song? Have they made it this far yet?
So I will say I will get to that. I need to. That was setting up the Swedish entry for this year.
Oh, okay. What's the Swedish entry?
So Sweden is one of the ones that does a national qualifier.
Ooh.
And how the Swedish national qualifier works is usually it's, Jordan mentioned, the top Swedish songwriters and producers in the game, basically competing with each other with some handpicked singer as basically their champion.
It feels like Sweden is trying to act like the SEC here.
Kind of.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
So there was
means more.
There was some.
They should have a coin flip.
There are some people who Melodifestivalen, which is the Swedish qualifier, think that is a better show than Eurovision just from song quality wise.
They're probably not wrong.
This year, though, there was a huge upset in Melodifestivalen.
Oh.
The big favorite was, if you know Eurovision, you've heard the name Måns Zelmerlöw, who has won Eurovision in the past. He was back to attempt to reclaim his throne after Loreen became the first Swedish two-time winner.
Mm.
Also coming back was John Lundvik and Clara Hammarström, who have also previously been at Eurovision.
Okay.
And then 3 dudes from a Swedish-speaking region of Finland who are a comedy troupe and soccer players and just do music for fun. One with a song about chilling in the sauna.
Yes. What is the name of the song?
Bada Bada Bastu.
Oh, that's the number one listed on the list.
Yeah, and like you said, Spotify from Sweden, but it is it's considered has a chance to win, and everyone thought it would be Måns Zelmerlöw going with a very Swedish pop produced song, and he got upset in the Swedish national qualifiers by 3 dudes from Swedish speaking Finland way up in the north in suits singing about time to go to the sauna.
Hell yeah.
Now, this is also produced by a bunch of Swedes, written by a bunch of Swedes. Like, this is not free of the Swedish sound. This is
It's yes, but it's epidunk. It's a very different vibe for Swedish. It's not perfectly crystal. All that she wants is another baby. Swedish pop, you know. This is just.
I still believe Ace of Base is definitely going to claim child support after that. By the way, she wants another baby. She wants that child support.
She's gone tomorrow.
I mean, she's gone tomorrow, but she's gonna come back for that child support. I promise you.
Commish, you mentioned San Marino.
Yes, what we got?
So there's been a little through line with San Marino's national qualifiers. As Jordan has mentioned, San Marino, a country of 33,000 people, they have decided to make their national qualifiers open to whoever wants to sign up.
Oh,
and I mean whoever. I think their national qualifiers had about 100 people enter this year.
Wait. So what I'm hearing is that we could enter Eurovision 2026.
There are DMs I have with Jordan and Beth saying, "Can you make a song for us to go to Eurovision for San Marino?"
Right, we have enough musical talent here that we could do this.
So for the last couple of years, they've done this where it's basically a tourism thing for San Marino. We're like, let's get 100 artists to come to San Marino. Do you all remember the band Eiffel 65?
Yes, Blue.
How could you not?
So for the last couple of years, they've been attempting to represent San Marino.
Oh.
And have not made it. They've lost in the San Marino qualifiers.
Wow. Did they win this year?
So after Blue got big and after a couple of songs, one of the members of Eiffel 65 left. The band that is left over has been trying to represent San Marino at Eurovision. The guy who left is now representing San Marino at Eurovision.
Whoa.
That's Gabri
What's the song?
The song's called Tutta l'Italia. And you may mention Tutta l'Italia. It's a very Italian sounding song. And
oh my God.
Doesn't that mean like all of Italy?
It means all of Italy.
Oh my God.
Here's some extreme Eurovision lore about the song.
Crap.
It was the intro music for Italy's national qualifier this year.
Oh.
And San Marino heard it and invited him to come into their national qualifiers. It was just supposed to be the intro music for Sanremo, which is the Italian national qualifiers, and then the people who run Eurovision for San Marino said, ours now.
I got a question about a song. Like, I don't know how much more you got worked up here.
Sure.
Can I interrupt?
Yes, of course.
All right. I'm just like looking at this list, and I'm just looking at song titles, just going straight.
Right.
Straight like, hey, don't judge a book by the cover. I'm judging these songs by their song titles. Tell me about Espresso Macchiato.
Espresso Macchiato.
By Tommy Cash.
Blind. Everyone guess what country Espresso Macchiato is from.
I would hope
Poland.
Italy, but it's wrong.
I was also going to say Poland.
What is it?
It is Estonia.
Ooh.
Close enough.
Okay.
This is Tommy Cash, who has attempted to represent Estonia for the last 3 years with like mostly serious but still like fun songs, like in the same vibe as Netherlands from last year, Europapa. And this year he decided, screw it, I'm sending a total joke. It's a song where I am speaking in fake Italian the entire time, going, "Mire more, bring me espresso macchiato," the entire song, and then he won.
It's a banger. I like it. I like this. Espresso macchiato. Mio amore. Yes, sold.
Joey, if people want
I love Commish listens to Eurovision as we.
I can't even fathom this. Joey, when people want to watch Eurovision this week, where should they go?
So, if you are American, I am obliged to tell you, Peacock has the official streaming rights for the Eurovision Song Contest.
Okay.
If you have a computer that thinks it lives in not America, any country that is not participating in the Eurovision Song Contest and does not otherwise have rights to watch it, including Canada, including, I believe, Mexico, you can watch on YouTube live. No commentators, though, which is where Big Sky, Brigit, and I will be filling the void for the semifinals. The finals, we will probably not be doing live commentary. We'll see how it goes. If we get a lot of people who want to do it, I'll do it. But yeah, so it'll be on Peacock on So the first semifinal is today, as you're listening to this, at 3 p.m. So you probably missed it if you waited to listen to this podcast. But if you're listening when it comes out, 3 p.m. on Tuesday.
And which time zone is that?
Eastern time. Thank you, Pitt Girl.
The correct time zone.
Thank you. So happy Tuesday. You can listen to us and then listen to Eurovision. And then the first semifinal includes Iceland, Poland, Slovenia, Estonia, Ukraine, Sweden, Portugal, Norway, Belgium, Azerbaijan, San Marino, Albania, who got second in our Sickos Movie poll, I believe. I'll double check. Netherlands, Croatia, and Cyprus. And semifinal 2 will be on Thursday, the 15th of May. Australia, Montenegro, Ireland, who is being represented by a Norwegian, Latvia, Armenia, Austria, Greece, Lithuania, Malta, Georgia, Denmark, Czechia, Luxembourg, Serbia, Finland. The countries that have bias in the final are Switzerland, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and United Kingdom. Germany is represented by a song called Baller. I am told that means something else in German. That will be on Saturday.
It means something different?
Apparently, it just means go crazy in German. But
okay. They don't want to be a baller? Shakala?
Yeah, the chorus is just
20-inch blades on the
baller.
Okay. They don't wish they were a little bit taller.
That's Skilo. That's different. But.
Skilo. That is on the 17th Saturday. Those are the countries that have bias to the final. Again, I'll just reveal the Sickos Committee top 10.
This is nothing like Lil Troy want to be a baller.
No, unfortunately, it is more in Jordan's lane. It is very Eurodance. First place Finland, second place Lithuania, third place Sweden, fourth place Albania, fifth place Luxembourg, fifth place Austria, sixth place Luxembourg, seventh place Italy, eighth place Malta, ninth place Ukraine, 10th place Netherlands. And I will have, assuming we have room for it on the Beheave. I know we got a lot of content going up.
Beheave.
Behave.
If you got something to write and I got time to put it out there, whatever, I don't care. Anybody, write something.
I have a list of what makes this song good and what makes this song sicko. I have our top 10 written. If I have time, I'll do the whole top 30. If not, we'll just do our classic Sickos Committee graphic and put it out with no explanation. Here's the Sickos Committee rankings for May. It's 30 countries.
I'll get that graphic for you.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, that's what we got for tonight. Thank you, guests, Kevin, Joey, Brigit. Thank you, Pitt Girl. Thank you, Commish.
He says, hold on.
There's one more song I wanted to ask you about.
Oh,
hit me.
It's called How Much Time Do We Have Left?
The answer is 0 seconds.